What's up, guys? So we're doing kind of a fun video today. I'm just letting some random game footage play in the background, and today we're going to talk about sticks. We're going to go through my entire stick collection as well as kind of my history of owning arcade sticks. So one of the most common questions I get on stream is, what stick do I use? And I use a CAN-bought Obsidian, but I'm going to get more in depth with that later. First, we're going to talk about the first stick I ever owned. It was a Hori EX2. I got it back in probably like 2009 when Street Fighter 4 was still fairly new, and this stick was garbage, guys. No one who owned this stick, I think, was happy with it. It was really small, which was nice, but the reason that they got it so small was because all the buttons and the stick and stuff were soldered into the PCB directly, so they didn't have to run any wires. But this, of course, means that it's practically impossible to like mod it to switch out the parts for Sanwa parts, because the default parts on the stick were terrible. They were like way worse than Sanwa parts. But me being a crazy person, I did end up modding it. I had to use like a soldering iron to loosen all the solder so I could pull out all the buttons and then re-solder my Sanwa ones in there. It was a horrible process. I don't recommend anyone do it, but it was pretty fun. And I had the Dead or Alive 4 Hori EX2, which was like kind of embarrassing, but it's the only one that I could find at the time. So I ended up replacing that art with, I think, some Street Fighter 4 stick art. So yeah, that stick was trash. The next stick I had was not that much better. It was a Mad Catz Standard Edition stick for the Wii. So the reason I had this was because I loved playing Tatsunoko vs. Capcom on the Wii, and I was really tired of having to use a GameCube controller. So I bought a Wii stick for like, I don't know, $80. It wasn't super expensive, but it wasn't that cheap either. And this was also pretty crappy. I ended up modding this one as well. I put in Sanwa parts. I put in a Cthulhu PCB, which, in case you don't know, those are like third-party PCBs where you don't have to solder the wires to the PCB. You can just kind of put them in these little holes. So they're pretty easy for modding. So it was dual platform, Wii and PS3. Although you had to plug in a Wiimote into the Wii thing if you wanted to play on Wii. That was a huge pain too. But yeah, that stick was not great. But I was in college at the time. I didn't have very much money, and these were like the best sticks I could afford. But then once I entered the real world, got a little bit more money, that's when I started buying some better sticks. And all the sticks that I've bought since then, I still own. So the first one, let me see if I can find it here. It's like really dusty because I haven't played with it in forever. This first one is an Omni stick. These are made by Itoki. I believe they still sell these. This one is just PS3, I'm pretty sure. PS3 and PC, but they make ones for all different platforms, I believe. And these are pretty nice. It weighs like, I don't know, it weighs a lot, like probably like 5-10 pounds. So it feels really sturdy on your lap, which I kind of like. It's got this plexi so you can put art under it. This is a pretty good stick, and I was actually using this when I won my next stick, which I'll show you. Oh god, it's way over here. Hold on. I was using that stick at EVO where I won this one. This is probably like the pride of my collection. Obviously, it's a Skullgirls stick. It's got Valentine from Skullgirls. I got third place in the EVO Skullgirls tournament. I don't know if you guys can read that. So I got this stick. It's pretty dinged up. This actually saw a lot of play. I used it a lot. This is made by Faux Hammer, who are kind of a custom stick manufacturer. I believe they still make sticks. What's really cool about this, it's got a removable cord, which I love. I wish every stick had this. It's multi-platform, 360 and PS3. None of the modern platforms, but PS3 and 360. I also love the bottom here. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the parts and stuff, and it's got that Skullgirls thing. It kind of looks weird with the green screen on, but yeah. That's pretty awesome too. I'm a big fan of this stick. I don't use it that much anymore since it is PS3 and Xbox 360 only. It's got this beautiful etching in it. You can see the paint is kind of getting all dinged off. I'd really like to go through this again and paint over the parts where the paint is dinged off, just so I can have, like, you know, back to its original quality. So I'm really proud of that stick. That's the best I've ever done in any tournament for any game, was getting third place. And it wasn't a main game at EVO, it was a side game, but still, like, I was pretty proud of that result. And then after that, when the new consoles came out, PS4 and Xbox One, I ended up getting a PS4 stick so I could play Street Fighter V. So I've got this guy. It's a Mad Catz. Oops, I just bumped my mic. It's a Mad Catz. Hold on, the match just finished, so I'm going to queue up another one. Alright, so we're back here with another match queued up. So this is a Mad Catz Tournament Edition 2. This is a pretty good stick, actually. It has a lot of features I really like. It also has a removable cord, and the cord unscrews, so you're not going to accidentally like yank this cord out, because it screws in, so that's really nice. But unfortunately, this is like a proprietary design, so if your cord breaks, which that's usually the first thing that breaks is the cord. If the cord breaks, you're kind of screwed now, because Mad Catz went out of business, and you can't buy these anymore. So you have to like go to eBay, buy one for like 50 bucks or something, where people are reselling them. So that's a bummer, but it was a good idea in the first place before Mad Catz went out of business. So this is still a good stick. This is still like my player 2 stick. If people come over, they use this, and usually they have no complaints. It's really well made. It also has a little tray in here. You can open the stick up and see the inside, and you can put some stuff in there. You can put the cord in there if you want, or like whatever you got. There's not a lot of room, and this is where you can like rewire the buttons and stuff like that if you're swapping out the buttons. So that's a great feature. I wish more sticks had that. The openable gap in the middle, I think, is really nice. So this stick is pretty good. I keep bumping my mic. This stick is pretty good. It was pretty nice. It has some downsides though. No touchpad is an issue. The PS4 touchpad, sometimes you need that to like do replays. I think Street Fighter 4, that's what's mapped to like making the dummy in training mode do stuff. It's mapped to the touchpad, so that's a bummer. But now the last stick I have here, the most recent acquisition to my collection, and in my opinion the best one, is this. This is my Canva Obsidian. I've modded it a little bit. You can see I've got Evo buttons here. I don't know if that's showing up well. I've got Evo buttons and an Evo ball top. So this is a really nice stick. It's a little grimy. I kind of got my my dust on it because I use this every single day. It's the best stick I've ever owned. It's really good. It does not have like an openable lid or anything like that, and it doesn't have a replaceable cord either. But it does have this little door that you can like wrap the cord up and put it in. But yeah, no replaceable cord. So if the cord breaks, I'm kind of SOL. But this thing is really, really nice. It's got a lot of great features. It's got these lights on the side that can light up when you hit buttons. It's got, you know, the lock, obviously. It's only PS4 and PS3. Oh, and it's got the touchpad. Did I mention that? It's got the touchpad, which is what was really missing on my Mad Catz stick. So this thing's pretty amazing. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a stick. The link is going to be down below. This is not a sponsored video or anything. I'm just a big fan of the product. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my collection. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at in terms of sticks now. I have 2 for the current consoles. I have 2 for the previous gen. So I'm probably not going to be buying any more sticks anytime soon until maybe the next gen of fighting games comes out and I have to buy them for the new consoles or something like that. But yeah, at this point I'm pretty happy with what I've got. I've thought about buying a Switch stick. But I don't think I'm going to. There just aren't enough fighting games on Switch for it really to be compelling. And a lot of time, like, on Switch, you're, like, carrying it around, so you don't exactly want to carry around a fight stick. I've also thought about buying some Dreamcast sticks. I have a Sega Dreamcast, which I love. It's, like, one of my all-time favorite consoles. So it would be really fun to be able to play, like, Marvel 2, CVS 2, and stuff with Dreamcast sticks. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Those are actually pretty expensive for used ones. They're still, like, $60, $70 each. So I haven't gotten around to buying any of those. I don't know if I'll ever end up doing that. But yeah, that's the next thing I might pick up. You guys might know they're called like the Green Goblins. That's what people call them because they're green, or like the Green Meanies. People have nicknames for these Dreamcast sticks. They're pretty notorious. So yeah, but for now we're just sticking with the 4 that I have. So this is kind of a different video than the ones that I usually do, guys. So be sure to let me know if you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun filming it, actually. It's kind of fun to take a trip down memory lane and talk about, you know, the first sticks that I owned. So let me know down in the comments what you thought. I'm going to throw up a couple links here. Up here, there's going to be 2 videos that you can check out if you want to see more content from me. Up here, we're going to have a link to my Patreon. Check that out if you want to help support the channel, as well as the subscribe link. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.